If you are someone who faces a lot of difficulty focusing while studying, this video is for you. In this video, I am going to share several practical tips to help you stay more focused on your studies. By the way, you are watching Medico's Guide, which is basically a platform for all the medical science related contents. So without any further delay, let's get right into it. Our first practical tip is write your goals on a piece of paper. Everyone has some goals to achieve, and so do you. Now you have to decide where you foresee yourself in future. You want to achieve a gold medal, distinction, and field of specialization. So whatever you want, whatever your goal is, just think of your goal and then write your goals on a piece of paper, be it a sticky note or whatever paper is available to you. Just write your goals on that piece of paper. And then stick that paper on a place where you can visualize it every day, be it a mirror, cabinet, or whatever is in front of you when you just get up in the morning, and also place one around your study area. This works by reminding your goals and to help you keep focused towards your studies whenever you're getting distracted. Now this leads us to our second technique, and that is build attention span. If you're a person who daydreams a lot and your hours and hours pass by without realizing, this tip will definitely work for you. Now with this, you just have to start a timer and stop when you just start becoming unfocused. And now note down all the distractions that came to you when you were trying to focus on your study. Then keep on overcoming your distractions and set timer each time when you study unless you achieve maximum of 25 minutes of single session without distraction. Now once you achieve this time limit, you can take short breaks of 5 minutes in between your study session to refresh yourself. And this is basically a Pomodoro technique. In a Pomodoro technique, there is 25 minutes of focused study followed by a 5 minutes break, and this is very useful technique. And now in the break that you were taking in between your study sessions, you can enjoy anything that you love to do. You can eat snacks or whatever you want, but spend this time away from your study area so that your mind can relax properly. Now, a third tip is make checklist of tasks. So if this is just the start of your study year, you should study along to cope with what you are being taught in your college, as opposed to burn yourself out in studying new material a few days before exams. Since the tasks that you have to achieve along your study year, they are less relative to what you have to cover a days before exam, so you can use a notepad. Now make the checklist of all the subjects and their chapters, their topics that you have to cover in your notepad that is available in your phone. And now break down your bigger tasks into smaller and achievable steps. And divide the tasks into days and mark the task as you proceed through each step. So this will give you a feeling of accomplishment and motivation to study. Now, if you are preparing for your exams, then you have to make the same checklist, but now this time on a blank paper. And this time you have to divide the task according to the time that is available for you. Start every morning with good enthusiasm to achieve the goals of that day, and at the end of the day, make your mind up for the task of the next day. In this way, you will make your mind ready to work according to your plans. Now, next study tip is positive reinforcement. To get involved into study, you just have to think that you are on some adventures each day and learn to study with fun, and always appraise yourself for each task achieved. This is very, very important. This helps you to build focus and develop a best study habit and brings you the confidence and trust in you that you really work hard when you think of something and you finally achieve that thing too. So reward yourself when you reach study milestones. It can boost motivation. By the way, just a gentle reminder, if you guys really enjoy my video, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, which generally means a lot, and it would pay off all the time, effort and energy that goes on to making a single video. Trust me, it takes a lot of time. Alright, so our next step is give yourself positive feedback. If you do not have a study habit, it might happen initially that some of your tasks are not achieved. But never give yourself negative feedback, or else it will only result in lack of confidence, trust in yourself, and you may think that you cannot follow any schedule you make for yourself, and you will just end up with so much stress. So, guys, don't lose hope and keep on reminding yourself your goals, where you foresee yourself in future, and tell yourself that you can do it, even if you have to fake it, because your mind does not know the difference between the reality and imagination. So, what you will tell your mind, it will start to work on it. Now, our next tip is create a dedicated study space. Now, find a place in your home where you are most comfortable to study, where there are no background noises. Then set the table there and keep your sticky notes and whatever study material there. And try to keep your study area clean and simple. Some people, in order to make their study area attractive, they put decoration pieces on your study side and some paintings on wall. But if you are sort of person who easily gets distracted, I would recommend a simple setting, by which I mean a plain wall and keep nothing at your study area but your study materials. That too in an organized manner. And this will signal your brain that it's time to focus. If it's hard for you to find a place in your home where there are no background noises, then find a good study area in your college library and study over there. And this point leads us to another point, that is eliminate distraction. Turn off notifications on your devices, close unnecessary apps, and put your phone on silent when you're studying. And it would be much more better if you keep your mobile in another room so you can focus attention maximally on your study. Now, our next study tip is active learning. And one very important truth that you must keep in mind is that focus is not something that one has or not, it is something that is developed. So everyone needs to work on to develop focus. For some, one thing works, but for others, some other thing can build focus. Now, for engaging yourself actively in study, don't just read, but make summaries and do self quizzing. And testing yourself after you go through each topic is very, very important, because if you don't test yourself, you will never know where you stand. So, give yourself practice MCQs and SEQs for gauging your knowledge in each topic. And while studying, make sure to highlight the keywords, underline important lines, and bracket the examples. And teaching someone is the best way to learn, so don't hesitate to teach or hold a discussion with your study group. Group discussion can literally teach you much more, which you can never learn alone. It also ensures long term retention. Now, coming to our next tip, use visual aids. So, utilize mind maps, diagrams, flashcards to focus on learning important points and to engage yourself more in study. You can stick the flashcards on your mirror, so every time you go in front of mirror, you can learn and revise more and more. Now, our last tip is stay healthy and hydrated. Just like other tips, this tip also demands attention. In order to stay focused, your body and mind should be in prime condition. For this, prioritize sleep, that is, take good sleep of 6 to 7 hours, exercise, meditation, and eat a balanced diet. And as you know that dehydration can lead to reduced concentration, so drink enough water throughout your study session. You can keep a water bottle near your study area so it reminds you that you have to drink every time. So guys, I hope this video has helped a lot of you to find practical ways to help you study consistently. If you found this video helpful, share it with your friends who are facing the same problem. I'm glad you watched this video till this far. I wish you a very happy and consistent studying. We'll meet you in my next video. Thanks for watching.